What's up, everybody? My name's Anthony. Yo. I'll be getting a better camera setup eventually. I have a decent Sony. Just need a lens, a vlogging lens. I got a 50mm. It's just way too tight. So here's my current kind of condition. In the living room, there is a reef tank. It's a reef tank. But I have a son. He's getting crazy, and it needs to be moved because he's throwing stuff. And this is like a whole nice little front room of my house here that I just floored. And it's gonna be kind of like the little boys' hangout. That's going away. Don't even look at that. That's new, by the way. Looks like it came out of a retirement home already. So this was the tank that I was gonna use, and it's cool. It's my buddy's old tank. I repainted it, cleaned it all up. I got the teak doors right over there, mounting hardware, yada yada. Got a cool Petco 30-gallon tall sump that I ended up getting glass cut for, and I siliconed some baffles in. Got the little reactors over there, and filter sock, like a 7-inch, I think. But I don't know. I'm a huge fan of the rimless look, and I'm a sucker for like this Starfire low iron glass. I'm a water box guy originally because I had a 20-gallon water box tank, and I had a 60.2 Marine that I did not end up filling, but I don't know. I was always gravitated towards water box. This is not. This is a Red Sea. This is the new G2. The new G2 Red Seas, and which is pretty sweet. Got a pretty nice. I really, what sold me on the new G2 Red Seas is that the filter socks, this whole little filter sock area, can get taken out, and it's prioritized for their Reef roller mat. And get the soft turn up here. Really cool red PVC for their their branding. I have no idea. What's also kind of surprising, I know this is probably, some people hate this, or some people, they do other things, but I like this top water flow mount. But what I did not know is they supplied, you can see, they actually drilled and have a float, an auto top off float already in the sump with the tube, and this reservoir, which is probably, I don't know, 3 gallons. It already is drilled and has a little cap plug on here, but for this hose to go in, and it's done. Water box doesn't do that. I thought that was kind of cool. They got a room over here. What I'm gonna do, I know Red Sea sells like their mount, and you can roll out with the power, with all your power equipment and whatnot. You can like have the door that slides out. I'm just gonna make it myself, and you can go to Lowe's and buy cabinet hardware. Really easy to do that yourself. Beyond that, definitely like all the lights, all the underlighting that's gonna go in here. I'll be some fat and old smart power strips. I was just looking on Amazon for those because I don't think I'm going to be super that fancy and go get an Apex right now. I would love one. It's just it's a lot of money. $800 plus for a pH monitor, a salinity monitor. It's just typical probes, and I like that some of the things you can control from your right from your phone. But that's a smart outlet kind of gives me the very subtly similar results. I plug it all in, got the app on my phone, they're all labeled. I can turn off things individually, turn them on individually right from my phone as well. Kind of see if I get these closed. Sorry guys, bear with the filming. I've never really done YouTube in a way where I filmed. I had a gaming channel, it doesn't count. Never filmed anything, so it is definitely hard to film. And that's weird. Oh, that's the only, that is a weird thing. They got when you pop these out, you do have to manually. Well, I guess you don't have to manually do them. But if you want the doors to close and you walk away, you got to manually do that. But Okay, sorry about that. It said camera failed. Fish wise, yeah, just fox face, my clown, my bang eye cardinal. I'm gonna end up getting another cardinal and bang eye, another clown and bang eye to pair with them, just so they have some buddies. Fox face, obviously, he'll just be drifting around there like he does alone. Everything else, softy tank, kind of Zoas, Acans, Euphilia, torches, hammers, etc. I would love to get like a really cool, like I don't know, maybe in the future, one of them clams. I had a really cool rainbow anemone. I'm probably not. He ended up last. I mean, he was in my tank for, and I know they have to go into more mature tanks. The tank in the living room has been running 2.5 plus years. It'll be 3 years in March. So I put the anemone in, at about the two year mark. He was in there for 8 months. Did fine. He footed himself. The clowns hosted him. Beautiful. I mean, he was huge. Probably a good foot. And then one morning, I'm just sleeping out there in the living room, just falling asleep from the TV, and you get one of the worst sounds. You hear all like, when you have a fish tank, what it sounds like, and when something sounds different, something's up. And lo and behold, you woke me right up, and he's decided to just uproot and move, and he went into the power head. So probably won't be doing another anemone, at least for the time being. We'll see what's up. But cool right now, this probably took me this actually kicked my butt a little bit, the building this stand and whatnot. Usually I can whip this stuff together, but what kind of killed me with this is because obviously I'm just here by myself. I got my fiance, sure, and she's great help, but they flat pack the cabinet, cool. So the idea, this stuff gets rolled off a freight truck into your garage, then you can build the cabinet, and then when the time comes, you guys gotta, someone's gotta help you move this tank onto the cabinet. Well, as I'm building the cabinet, I realize the top's not in the box. This top, the cutout, the whole top of the cabinet. They packed it under the glass, so you still have to move the fish tank and put it somewhere just to get to the top piece of the cabinet, so you can finish the stand to then put the fish tank on the stand. So luckily I had some kind of portable table I was able to put in my foyer of my house, and we carried the tank to that just so I can get to the top of finish the cabinet. But it's all in here, it's all good. This is actually going to end up going away. My buddy's taking this. He's going to make a really, really awesome fresh setup into that. This is all going away. So right here's the project right now. I got these carob seed tree reef kits and these tonga branches. So Big Daddy over here spent a little of his Monopoly money on some rocks because these things are expensive, man. But they are awesome. My other tanks have always just been the regular like that Marco, just the dry rock, the white rock. No big deal. Eventually it gets covered in algae and it looks fine. But I always see these people with these just really crazy setups, and I told myself finally that when I'm able to, and I'm finally gonna kind of do my forever tank, quote unquote, I'm gonna spend the money and get this cool stuff. So these are amazing. It's really heavy. I've done a bunch of different mock setups. The bases right here are crazy. Like, I'm not a huge dude, but 5'8", like, that's insane. This whole thing alone probably weighs 25 pounds. They all got the stakes in them. So that's what I'll be doing today. Alright, sorry I flipped the camera around. That's it. That's really all I got right now. I keep looking into the screen instead of where I'm supposed to be looking right there, but I'm sorry. I'll get used to it. In like 3 years, I'm gonna be a pro YouTuber, and you guys will be all want my autograph. But this is all I got. I'm gonna start messing around with all that stuff and put it in there. I'm also gonna focus on getting a 16mm lens for the other camera, so you have a big wide shot, and I don't have to hold this thing and look like an idiot. But that's about that. If you want to like and subscribe and kind of follow me along my little journey, I'm gonna be posting as much as I possibly can as I'm going on this. Once the tank does get filled, and I already have fish and coral to come in here, and then it'll be I'll be wasting all my money on this thing. So I'll definitely be doing a lot of uploads that will try to drive her nuts. But you know, this is I bought this house. I haven't been in here in years. It's been full of moving boxes because I'm lazy. So it's empty. I'm gonna have a cool couch in here, TVs, fish tank to look at, and yeah. So watch me go broke. Subscribe and follow along. Thanks.